Now this is what I call content. GS has announced their next maintenance. We have 2 new banners coming along with a rerun event, and the mines are back. And oh yeah, super forever summons are back too, which is cool. But it's been a minute since the mines has returned on global, to be honest. I feel like the last time mines were here, actually, you know what? I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look it up right now because I know it was definitely last year. Around October 29th. That's how long ago it was. That is insane to me. So, you know, it's long overdue for us to get some mines, and we're getting 2 new bosses. And these new bosses, you may recognize them because one we actually fought already in a raid and also in certain events. And the other one you may not recognize too much because it's a reskin of, what's her name? Wilkes. So the newest boss that you see on the left here, this is none other than the boy Garm, who will appear after floor 30 and onwards. The mechanic for this fight is that each single hit that does 600,000 damage or more will inflict an attack and defense debuff on Garm for 10 seconds. Furthermore, its regular attacks are able to inflict a regular burn, while its arts inflicts a potent burn, dealing 200 damage per tick, 1,000 damage per second for 5 seconds. It seems like a pretty nasty fight, but having to deal 600,000 damage in one hit is pretty easy, I want to say, because Garm is a fire unit. You can use something like Vox, I'm assuming. And to deal with the burn on the team, you know, have a cleanse item. Just so happens that Vox has a 4-star heal, and that seems to be the only thing. It's like a DPS race, deal damage to inflict the defense downs and attack downs, and deal with the burn. Pretty simple. Now, if we get his Omega variant, he gets a little bit crazier. So it's actually easier for you to stun Garm in the Omega variant. You just have to deal 450,000 damage, and he will stun. However, Garm will gain immunity to the element from that attack for a certain amount of time. And he also will inflict burn resist down, burns, feints. It seems like the usual. He seems like a pretty nasty boss, and I kind of hope they add both variants to the game. If not, I'm gonna be kind of sad. The next boss is actually Radis. Radis will appear on floor 40 and beyond.
Big bitch.
And her mechanics are, at the start of the fight, she will immediately use her art. While burning, she takes 60% increased damage. Furthermore, critical damage is increased towards her, and her regular attacks have a chance to inflict a stackable poison resist down on you, and of course a poison debuff. So if you need to burn this girl, and she needs crit damage, well, if you just need a burner, Howl's in the game for a reason. You could probably also do this with equips as well. You could probably just straight up nuke her at times, depending on how much damage her arts does, because if her arts is crazy, then she'll probably just nuke you instead. As for her Omega variant, it's very similar to her regular form. However, she also does her true art as well as her art. She has a stronger poison, and her true art also has a chance to feint and deal fixed damage onto one enemy. And yeah, those bosses seem pretty crazy, so I really hope that they add both variants to the game, and I also want to know if we're going to get any new variants.
OP, you're forgetting something.
Am I? Oh, yeah, equips. The new bosses are, of course, going to have some new equips, and to be honest, I looked at them, they look kind of spicy at times. So we have Garm's regular drop. This is, of course, acquired by beating just regular Garm. You don't have to beat the Omega variant. And this is a 4-star physical. We don't know the stats on this thing, but I'm assuming if it's like every other 4-star physical, probably like plus 120 or something. Skill is 3,300% fire damage physical, 0 break, which is whatever. But its ability is you reduce the user's break power by 100%, and you increase physical damage by 25%. I know some people may look at this and be like, this equip's completely garbage, but I think it's a good equip just to throw onto a unit if you want some extra deeps in like a nuke composition where you don't need to break the boss, because breaking is completely useless to you if you're just trying to blow up the boss as fast as possible. As for his Omega drop, it's pretty similar, but it's a 5-star physical. And you increase the user's fire damage by 50%. And then for 60 seconds after the start of the quest, you reduce the user's stats by 50%. This is so counterintuitive. I don't know why this is an equip. Granted, if the quest goes on longer than 60 seconds, then this equip will just be a benefit to you because you're going to just have 50% fire damage up and you won't have the 50% lowered stats anymore. However, if you're just trying to do this to get some more damage or whatever, it's garbage. It's like, who makes some of these? As for Radis, her drops are actually heal items. Who would have thought? She has a 4-star heal with the skill of being able to heal all allies' HP by 30%, and then for 30 seconds you decrease all ally stats resistance by 50%. And then as for her Omega drop, it is actually a 5-star heal, and it's a single target heal that heals the target for 100%. However, each time this equip is used, the magnitude of the heal is reduced by 30% up to 90% down. Man, this equip is So yeah, those are the 2 mine bosses coming. I kind of hope that they go crazy with the content in terms of we get, in the sense that I really hope we get both versions, both variants. And yeah, mine's looking good. As for the other stuff that will be announced with this maintenance, we're going to be having the 4th anniversary Super Forever Summons coming. This is the exact same as the Forever Summons that just left. So we have another chance of getting a unit, which I'm pretty happy about. So it's the exact same thing, same list, all that. As for the new event coming, or the event returning, the Chasing My Friend's Illusion, this is the Roy event. Water Roy, by the way. Not like, you know, we just had Fire Roy's event. So I guess, I don't know who really wanted this, but it's not too bad of an event. It has like a good, heal item from it and a pretty solid defense item, if I remember correctly. So it's a decent event. Make sure you farm it if you don't got the equips, I guess. And also we get a special sticker for locking in on the 14th. And then, oh yeah, the elephant in the room, right? The Queens and Kings summon. The trap banners that people fall for every year. And you may be like, oh, P, what you mean, man? This banner seems crazy. It seems like you should be hyping it up. Well, let me tell you, if you've never been a part of a Kings and Queens banner, the way how this thing works is, yes, all those units that you see are on the banner. However, every other female unit is on it as well. Not just the units that are featured, but every single one of them. You may see here, you may see the Sistina, Miranda, Ilya on here, but did you know Rim is also on here? And Courtney. Same thing with the King's banner. It has pretty much every single male unit on it. So it's a super diluted pool, and I would recommend that no one really summons on this banner, because the next maintenance that we get, or the next update we get for GS, should be announcing the new crossover coming to global. And if you waste your gems on this diluted Queen and King's banner, it's just not worth it. The only time I would say this is worth it is for newer peeps that are getting into the game and you don't have anybody. Sure, do a multi on it and you may luck out and pull something crazy. But if you've been playing for a while, you have a lot of units in the game, don't do it, because the likelihood of you getting something good is so low. It's kind of like another variation of the All-Stars banner, I want to say, where it's just like everybody's here on some Super Smash Bros type of beat, but you can't get anybody good. And look at the time. Seems like that is everything. As far as this update goes, it seems like a pretty solid update. I think it's a new content update that people who are playing the game are going to really enjoy. 2 new Mines bosses. You got some replayable content. Of course, Mines is back, so you know, tons of crystals to gain there. We'll probably be streaming Mines like we always do on the channel. It's just been a tradition on here that every time Mines is here, we got to stream Mines at least once. So you guys can keep a lookout for that. But as far as this video goes, that's it. So thank you all for coming out and for all the recent support recently. I really can't thank you guys enough. Between juggling Yu-Gi-Oh and Grand Summoners, it's been crazy. Literally, videos have been blowing up, videos have been going wild, and it's really nice to see, especially now with me having to juggle being an editor and everything else. It's a good time for OP. It really is. But if you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend that you check out these videos popping up on your screen right now. Very entertaining Grand Summoners videos, and I guarantee if you like this one, you're going to really enjoy these. And oh yeah, before you leave, don't forget to drink water.